Hello, Mr. Wahyu. Welcome to the class.
Hello, Scotty. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you very much for asking. How about you?
Yeah, I'm good. Alhamdulillah.
There's a slight hesitation there. Is everything really fine?
Yeah, everything is really fine here.
Alhamdulillah then. Okay, so you have not yet. You are how should I say this? You have the campus, the university has completed the SPO. What do you call it? Orientation program, sorry. So how is it now?
Uh,
What are you doing at the moment?
uh, I am preparing kind of
Pardon?
materials. For, yeah, I'm preparing any materials for the beginning. I mean, I'm preparing the material for upcoming
Semester?
semester
Mm.
because I will include so many next next semester.
Yeah. So I don't know. Mr. Wahyu, um you're having your doctor degree now, right?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
that's right.
So if I may ask, if you don't mind,
Yes.
uh what do you
Yeah,
plan
it's okay.
to do next?
Yeah, something that I want to say to Mr. T because in the normal way, if
Mm.
somebody took a doctoral degree, so he or she may have like sensational or ambitious expectation. But for me, I like several reasons behind my doctoral degree because I just took a PhD to my wife
Mm.
because my wife received like a scholarship in Taiwan, and I just tried to follow her, and I just pick up subject that I can join the doctoral, and then I finish. So if you ask me about the expectation, just continue my activity. I was in Taiwan just doing a research and then publish qualified articles. Sure, that's it.
Now that I understand the okay, so I thought when you told me about continuing your program in Taiwan, it was you who wanted to do that. So now that you
Yep,
explained to me that it
yep.
was actually your wife and you uh followed her and
Yeah,
I got it. Okay.
it's a little bit different, I think. Just follow my wife, and then because I chose how to say that a difficult department program in Taiwan, so I was really able to do that because I took maybe almost 6 years in Taiwan to finish, but my wife maybe only 3 or 4 years
Mm, got it.
because it's really difficult for me to finish my study. So why I said to continue so many things I have done in Taiwan. Of course, in Indonesia, some reason like laboratory is not really similar with in my when I stay in Taiwan. So that's why I need to adapt
Mhm.
with the situation, any kind of situation in Indonesia.
Yeah, see now that I can see it clearly, I understand your reason better. Thank you for
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
explaining, Mr. Wahyu.
Yeah. Sorry,
It's
sorry.
not a problem though, but I was slightly confused. Like, I mean, if one achieve a doctoral degree, usually he or she has a great ambition to go forward. But I don't feel that from you. So I was like, what is going on?
Sure.
So, and then, okay, good.
Some,
Thank you, Mr. Wahyu, for explaining that. Okay.
so-
Mr. Agung, Miss
Kan
Wati,
cepet jalan ya, aku kira tahu tuh. Pas beda.
Jangan, mau dapat duitnya.
Miss
Jadi itu kan itu juga.
Oh, Mr. Bagus voice. Miss Lisa, hi.
Karena mereka kan inisiatif.
Now it's Miss Wati. You, as always, your voice is low when you just turn on your audio. So, how are you, Miss Lisa? So sorry.
How are you?
Still no. So sorry.
Halo, Miss.
Ah, okay, got it.
Halo.
Got it.
Hmm.
So sorry, Miss Lisa. I couldn't hear you earlier. Okay, so there you go. Are you feeling fine, Miss Lisa?
I'm fine, Miss.
You're fine. I was asking Mr. Wahyu earlier what he was doing in because the next semester is going to start. So um he said that he was preparing for the semester. I suppose you too.
Yes, Miss. We will start the class at October.
Yay! Okay. And you're also going to have the final test in October.
Oh,
Lucky.
okay. That's great.
Hi, Miss Jenny. Welcome to the class. Miss Jenny, can you hear me?
Yes, Tati.
Okay, so how was the event last week? Did it run well? Yes, it ran well. Okay then. Okay, Mr. Bagus is here. Now that most of you are here, we are going to start today. Today, this is what we are going to do. So today is a bit different from usual. Today we're going to learn the expressions. That's the usual part. The unusual part is I'm going to ask you to work with a partner to do a mock-up presentation. Okay, so we will spend about 40 minutes or so in making the making the presentation is about 15 minutes, and then you and your partner will do a full presentation, the mock-up presentation, on Zoom for the rest of the time. So we are going to start quickly with the expressions first, because our expression today is about doing a presentation. So let me share the screen for you. Okay, so as you can see in the example, it's about doing a project presentation. I'm sure most of you are familiar with these expressions because it's not your first time doing a presentation. However, perhaps you are used to the Indonesian version, but don't worry, the English version is not much different. You take a look at this, we have there you go. We have 8 parts of presentations that we are going to practice today. Opening and greetings. Feel free, it's not always like this, but feel free to use Assalamualaikum if you want to, if you are more comfortable saying Assalamualaikum. Don't worry, it's perfectly fine. You can say that. And then introducing oneself. This is basic. You know how to do this. But please, instead of saying your name as only your nickname, for example, my name is Wati, you need to say your full name. Swati, I'm using your as using you as the example. Don't worry. Okay. So you need to say your full name to make it a formal presentation. And then introducing the subject. In this part, if you take a look at the sample expressions, okay, we're going to try to do this quickly. So everyone, please follow me. I'd like to talk about one of our CSR projects.
I'd like to talk about one of our CSR projects.
Remember, when you use one of, the next part should be plural. So I'd like to talk about, or you can just say it strictly, I'd like to talk about the project that we are doing at the moment. Okay, I'm going to inform you about one of our, everyone, please follow me. I'm going to inform you about
I'm going to inform you about
CSR projects.
the focus of my talk is one of our CSR projects.
The focus
Focus
of
of
the
my
talk
talk
is
is
one
one
of
of
our
our
CSR
CSR
projects.
projects.
I heard focus, okay? It's actually focus. Let's check.
Focus.
So
Focus. Focus.
So focus. Going to share.
Okay. Focus.
Here, you can see from the reading focus.
focus.
Focus. So it's not focus, it's actually focus.
Focus.
Then my present, well, the fourth one is very basic. I hope we don't have to repeat that. Okay, this is very, very basic. My presentation is about that. Now, when you're talking about introducing the subject, you also need to outline the main parts. How many parts that your presentation will have? Will it be 3 parts, 4 parts, maybe more? Not sure. Okay, so I'm going to divide this presentation into, please follow me. I'm going to
I'm
divide
going to divide this presentation into 3 parts.
Got it. My presentation will be in 3 parts.
My
My presentation will be in 3 parts.
We can break this area down into 3 sections.
We
can break this area down into 3 sections.
I've split my talk into 3 sections.
I've split my talk into 3 sections.
Later on, because you are going to work with a partner, of course, we are going to use we instead of I for everything, except introducing oneself. So introducing the subject, we'd like to talk about outlining main parts. We're going to divide this. Okay, so now, of course, in a presentation, there's always a Q&A session. Now, when you talk about Q&A session, usually Indonesian would just go, we'll have Q&A. Okay, that's it. And then, yes, question. Okay, it's better if you give the rules for asking questions first. So I'd be glad to answer your questions at the end of my presentation.
glad to answer your question at the end of
I'll be glad to answer the question at the end of my presentation.
Remember, it's answer. So
Answer.
instead of
Answer.
answer. The W is silent. Don't say the W.
Answer.
There's no Y, so don't say ensure. Answer.
Answer.
Answer. Okay.
Answer.
I still hear W. Answer. Answer.
Answer.
Good, Mr. Bagus. I still hear the Y. You're saying ensure. Answer.
Answer.
Wait. This is British.
Answer.
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 But if you are more familiar with the American pronunciation, it's fine.
Answer.
Answer.
Answer. Answer.
The typical
Answer.
one without anything else. It's just answer. And then the second expression is, I'll hold off your questions until the end of the presentation.
I'll hold of your question until the end of the presentation.
Remember, it's questions. So not question, not question. There's a ch in the middle. Question.
Question.
There you go. You have the ch sound in the middle. Same with British. There's a ch sound.
Question.
Most Indonesians would say question, when actually there's a ch sound. Question.
Question.
Okay. Now, after that, of course, in a presentation, you need to summarize your presentation, making conclusion. This is easy. The expression is short in conclusion. In brief, the main point is your summary. The expression itself is so easy. You don't have to practice that. Okay. And then ending a presentation. Okay. There are 3 ways, even 4. That's the end of my presentation there. You also have, that brings me to the end of my presentation. That's all I have to say regarding this matter. Do you have any difficulties with ending a presentation expressions? Suppose it's quite easy. Okay. And then the last one, inviting questions. The basic one. Are there any questions? Okay. Remember, you need to say are there instead of is there. Because when you say, is there a question? It seems like you're only expecting one question. Okay. Please ask, are there any questions? That's a more polite expression. Are there any questions? I'd be glad to answer your questions. If you have questions, I'd be happy to answer them. If there are questions, I shall do my best to answer them. We're going to practice the last 2 because they are a bit uncommon. So everyone, please turn on your audio. We're going to practice the last. If you have questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
If you have questions,
Are there
I'm
any
happy to answer
question?
them.
I'd be glad to answer a question.
I'd be glad. Okay.
Inviting question.
This one, Miss Wati, the last 2.
Huh?
The last
Oh.
2. If you have questions,
If you
I'd
have
be happy.
question, I'd be happy to answer them.
Miss Wati, I still don't hear your ch sound. If you have
question, I'd happy to answer them.
questions.
Question.
I still hear
Question.
ch sound.
Questions.
Question. Question. Question.
Ah, there.
Question.
Question. A question. Question.
Okay. If there are questions, I shall do my best to answer them.
If there are questions, I will do my best to answer them. Question.
Jenny, answer.
Question.
Answer.
Answer. No Y. No Y.
Answer.
No W.
Answer.
Nggak pakai Y, nggak pakai W. Answer.
Answer.
There you go. Answer. Okay. So I would like one person to be the example how to do this presentation. It's a long reading. Maybe somebody would like to practice.
No.
No. You are going to do a presentation later, so maybe you would like to practice now. Anyone? No. Okay, I'm going to cut this into two so it will be more manageable. Okay. We're going to cut it here. Mini, 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 mo, catch tiger by the toe. Okay, Miss Puput, lucky you. You are the first person. Mini, 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 mo, catch tiger by the toe. Mr. Priya, lucky you. You are the second person. John, Miss Puput.
Iya kan? Di garis ya. Gak pernah sih.
One from hello until on time.
Until
On time.
on time. On time,
time.
on time.
Oh, iya. Kalimat pertama paragraf kedua.
Hello, everyone. I'm glad you can come to this update meeting on the CSR project with Phyllis County. My name is Thomas Killigan, and I'm the project leader. Today, I would like to talk about the latest development with the bridge building between Western Phyllis and Eastern Phyllis. I'm going to divide this presentation into three parts. First, I would like to tell you about the update of the project. Then I will continue with the finalization of the proposal agreed by the county and our company. And the last will be our plan for similar CSR with other countries. Please hold off your question until the end of the presentation. Lanjut.
Please continue.
Let's start.
Let's start with the first agenda. Now, as you know, we have fallen behind schedule with the construction. A landslide blocked the main transport route, and we could not have the materials delivered there on time.
Mr. Priya.
Now that the road has been cleared, we're back on track and catch up with our schedule. Even better, with the arrival of more manpower, we're going to be able to finish a bit ahead of schedule. Regarding the bridge, Mr. Salo.
In conclusion.
Sorry, Miss.
It's okay.
In conclusion, everything is now on schedule, and we'll have the bridge ready sooner than the end of the year. I hope at this point, everyone can be considered updated. That's the end of my presentation. Now, if there are questions, I shall do my best to answer them.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Priya. There you go. Ms. Puput and Mr. Priya made the effort to say questions, so I'm glad you did that. Thank you so much. Okay. We have three words to highlight from this example. The first one is this one. Now, this is the deal. When we say target, it's actually the g sound, target. So not target, as in Indonesian. Many Indonesians say target, but it's actually target. But this one is the j sound, agenda. So instead of g sound, it's g, j sound, agenda. Okay, let's start with the first agenda. Agenda, target. We have two words that we need to make clear of. Agenda, target. Okay. They are both the same GE. However, one is j sound, one is g sound. And then we also have this word. How do we say this word?
Arrival.
Arrival, thank you. So it is arrival, with the arrival of more manpower. And the last one, as I've told you in the previous sessions, I'm not sure which one that is. Okay. When you see TED in English, make sure that you need to read the TED clearly. So instead of update, updated. So it's clear, updated. If you want to remember the rule, You can just remember this word. Hang on a second. I'm sure. Oh no. Wait. Okay. How do we say this word?
Wanted.
Wanted. Got it. Wanted, dead or alive. Okay. So if you forget, just remember that wanted is always a clear TED, as is everything with TED at the end. Updated, wanted, excited. Okay, so everything is clear TED. There you go. We have these three. By the way, I have to say this. I'm so sorry, Miss Puput. You sounded like you were reading. So it sounded like you were still reading. In a presentation, as you've done it, we do write our presentation script. Most of us do. Even I do it too sometimes. Although probably you only write prompts, it still doesn't mean that we can read a presentation. Okay? Reading a presentation is fine. However, the intonation needs to be as if you are talking to somebody instead of reading. Mr. Priya has done it well. Thank you so much, Mr. Priya. So it sounded like you were talking to me instead of reading the script. So that's a good point. Now we are going to try to practice our listening by fill in the blanks, this one, before we go into our teamwork to make the presentation. First, I'm going to ask you to guess. And then we're going to check our answers. This time, don't use the expressions, just use the function of the expression. Okay, so for example, number one, what do you think is there? What function should we fulfill?
Or greeting.
Greeting, okay. How about number two?
Introduction.
Hang on, I'm going to put the pages side by side, hopefully. So you can. Okay, so number one is greeting, you said. How about number two?
Opening.
Opening.
Kak opening ya. Opening.
Opening, okay. So probably number one is hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, maybe, I don't know. Okay. Number three, what do you think is the function there?
Introducing oneself.
Introducing oneself, got it. And then number four.
Introducing the subject.
Introducing the subject, okay, is about our problem. So the subject it is. Number five.
Outlining main parts.
Outlining, got it, thank you. Because after that, it has three sections. First, blah, 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 blah. Thank you. And number six. What function are we going
Rules
to
for asking questions.
rules for asking questions. Got it. Okay. And then number seven.
Making a conclusion.
Making conclusion. Number eight.
Adding presentation.
Ending a presentation. So the last one, number 9, is
Inviting question.
As you can see, it goes from this box to this box, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that's how we are going to do it later. But now it's time for us to listen to the presentation. I need you to fill it with the exact expression.
Conversation for Employees, Book 3, Unit 5, Company Projects. Focus on communication. Making and giving presentations. Fill in the blanks in the following presentation with the possible expressions. Listen to check your answers. Then, practice the presentation.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for attending this presentation. I am Maeve Cassidy. I'm representing the management of Cas Zeta Orchard. The focus of my talk today is about our problem regarding the special project we have with premium juice, especially in relation with storage, shipment, and production. We can break down the presentation into 2 sections. First, I'll explain about why the project fell behind schedule, and then I'll explain about the ways we can do to catch up and be back on track. Lastly, I'll give you a glimpse of our next project of Cas Zeta Orchard, the allocated sources, and the delegated tasks planned for that. I'd be glad to answer your questions at the end of my presentation. Shall we start with the first agenda? Alright, I'm sure everyone has been wondering how we can meet the demanding market. In reality, there are some problems at hand that requires immediate attention, such as, in conclusion, the orchard, with the help of everyone involved, is working hard to meet the deadline. That's the end of my presentation. I hope the information presented today can be useful for everyone. Now, if you have questions, I'd be glad to answer them.
There you go. That's the listening part. Shall we fill in the blanks then? Number 1.
Maybe the answer is not real.
Number 1 is good afternoon. Got it. Number 2.
Thank you for
For your attending.
Thank you for without your. Thank you for attending. Almost. It's not quite the full expression.
For attending this presentation.
Thank you, Miss Wati. Thank you for attending this presentation. Okay. How about number 3?
presentation.
Introducing. You said. Can you repeat that? Which one is it? Number 3?
Is it I am the I'm represent, or I am the representation?
Almost, Miss Lisa. Okay, we'll listen to it just a little bit that more.
The focus of my talk today is about our problem regarding
Listen to check your answers.
attending this presentation. I am Maeve Cassidy. I'm representing the management of Cas Zeta.
So what's the answer?
Representing. I'm representing the management of.
Yep. I'm representing the management of Cas Zeta Orchard.
Excuse me, Miss. The sound background
Oh,
is
I think
kind
it's
of disturbed.
so sorry, Miss Isa. I'm going to mute you for a while. Okay. So I'm representing the management of Cas Zeta Orchard. There you go. That's number 3. Number 4,
The talk is about.
Miss Lisa, you're still saying focus. Focus. The focus.
I say the talk, not focus.
Oh, you said the talk. I heard the focus.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear it one more time. I'm quite sure it was the focus.
Orchard. The focus of my talk today is about our problem regarding this special project we have.
Okay, so
The focus.
the
The
focus.
focus of our talk.
The focus of my talk today. Got it. Focus of my talk today. Number 5.
We can break it into 3 sections.
We can break almost. There's a missing.
We can break down this
to this section.
Yes, what? We can.
Break down.
We can break down this presentation into
3 sections. Got it. That's the answer. We can break down this presentation into. And then number 6.
I'd be glad to take any question at the end of my presentation.
Thank you. There you go. That's a long expression, but Mr. Pia got it right. Number 7.
In conclusion.
In conclusion. Thank you, Miss Isa. In conclusion. Number 8.
That's the end of.
Miss Lisa, one
That's
more
the
time.
end of my
That's the end.
presentation.
Got it. That's the end of my presentation. I hope the information. Now, the last one.
No, do you have question?
Clear answer.
To answer your question.
Got it. But almost not do you. Let's check it one more time. The last part.
Of everyone involved is working hard to meet the deadline. That's the end of my presentation. I hope the information presented today can be useful for everyone. Now, if you have questions, I'd be glad to answer them.
So,
To answer them. If you have questions, I'd be glad to answer them.
if you have questions, I'd be glad to answer them. Thank you. There you go. If you have questions, I'd be glad to answer. Of course, this is a 1-person presentation. Later on, you will do a 2-people presentation. Oh, Miss Hidayah is not here. So 1 team later will have 3 people. 3-people presentation. Okay. Now I have underlined 4 words here. As you can see, 3 words ended with TED. So how, yeah. Okay, so how do we say these 3 words? This one?
Allocated.
Allocated. Got it. Clear ED. This one?
Delegated.
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 Delegate. Delegate.
Good sound. Delegated. Got it.
Delegated.
Presented.
Presented. Got it. Presented it is. And the last one that I want to underline, Maeve in the audio said it very clearly. So instead of saying management, that's very Indonesian. If you want to sound English, you need to say management. Management. Okay, so management. Management. There you go. Management. Also, this is a common habit for Indonesian. Today I want to presentate. Presentate is not a word. Please don't use presentate. The word is present. Today I'd like to present. Okay. Okay, so many Indonesians use, because the noun version is presentation, so many of us assume that the verb is presentate. But when you search for presentate meaning, okay, there you go. Is presentate a word? It's not actually a word in English. So please refrain from using presentate. Present is the word. Present. Okay. Now, this is what we are going to do. You are going to be with a partner or with a team. I'm not sure who will have a team of 3 and who will be with a partner. But this time, I'm going to ask you to choose yourself. So everyone, please choose your own partner or your team. To do this project that we are going to do, a mock-up presentation. And then nobody chooses. It's always like this, even in small young learners class. Miss Teti aja yang pilih, aku nggak mau pilih-pilih. But this time, I'm going to give it to you. The choice is yours. Changing seriously. Okay, I'm going to ask from. Okay. The first person who came, Mr. Wahyu, do you want to be in a group of 3 or with a partner?
What is the first option, Miss Tati? Sorry.
A group of 3 or with a partner?
A group of 3.
A group of 3. And who will your group be? Who will be your team members? You need to choose to
Oh
be.
my God. Maybe Mr. Pri and Miss Puput.
Miss Puput and, so sorry?
Mr. Priyo.
Mr. Priyo, okay, got it. There you go. The second person who came to this session was Mr. Agung. So Mr. Agung, your choice? You need to choose one partner because a group of 3 has been done by Mr. Wahid. The others, you will work only with a partner.
Oh, Miss Isa, I think.
Miss Isa, okay, got it. The third person who came was Miss Lisa. So Miss Lisa, your choice? You still have Mr. Bagus, Miss Wati, and Miss Yeni.
Wati.
Miss Wati, okay, there you go. So the last group will be Mr. Bagus and Miss Yeni. Now, if you take a look at the student book, oh, so sorry, you will have 15 minutes to prepare a script and to practice your presentation. Remember, there will be no more something like, siapa yang mulai duluan? Please use English instead. And in the main session later on, please don't hesitate to start the presentation. We are going to do this as professionally as we can. Okay, so we will try.
One question, Miss Tati, sorry.
Go ahead, Mr. Wahyu.
Yeah, could we divide the presentation into 3 sections? Like, for example, because in my group there are 3 persons, so could we just separate introduction, main section, and conclusion? So is it okay?
It's fine, Mr. Wahyu. It is your
okay.
You and your team's decision to
Okay.
decide who will speak about what and the timing. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. My pleasure. If you take a look at this, we have this to guide you for the presentation. Oh, I cannot move. Okay. You take a look at the student book. This is what we are doing. Work with a partner, create a presentation using the following guidelines. So all the items that you have checked earlier, the expressions are here. Start from greeting the audience, introducing yourself, present, invite questions. Okay. If you need more guidelines to your presentation, feel free to use this one. So this can guide you to make your presentation. What is the name of the project? You may want to use an existing project. That's fine. For example, Mr. Priyo has a project ongoing at the moment. You can use that project, no problem. What is the name of the project? What is it for? If you want to create an imaginary project, that is also fine. Okay. But at least these questions need to be discussed in your presentation. There you go. Do you have any questions for the topic? No, at the moment. Okay. Allow me to remind you that in your breakout room, there's a call button. If you need my help, don't hesitate to click the call button so I can come to your breakout room. Okay. You will have 15 minutes to create a transcript or a script for your presentation. Remember, we are creating a script, but it doesn't mean that you will read the script as it is. Try to practice it as if you are talking to the person. You're doing a real presentation. Okay, everyone? Good luck with your teamwork. We will meet again 15 minutes from now.
Ini tangan SDM. Ya apa coba? No.
How? Gimana, Pak?
Human Resource Development Project.
Okay. Human Resource Development Project. We program.
Yes. Gimana? Resource. Kok angel sih?
The first introduction.
Digitalizing student graduation. Digitalizing student graduation
Gak usah.
certificate.
Kan kalau kelulusan pasti ada badannya.
Digitalizing. Okay.
Graduation.
What is this for? For
What is
for what?
to
To prevent pemalsuan.
Until
Until
until apa ya? Until
good
apa ya?
until cloud.
Until exist. No.
Until
No. Until apa ya? Wadah. Until apa ya? Berbuih. Until apa ya, Mbak?
Bubbly. Make a bubbly. Bubbly. Is it right?
No, not
Oh,
bubbly.
not
Ini ta,
bubbly.
kita ketik dulu yang bagian atas ta.
Oh ya.
Bagian atas aja
Okay.
dulu ya. Bentar,
I'll
aku tak
make
nyari.
the introduction. You will make the process.
Yes, I make proses. Oke. Sulit sekali. Ayo, teman ketemu Mbak.
Okay.
Apa ya aku? Tuh, Pak Gresik
Okay,
kak.
hello.
Bisa.
Everyone. Hello everyone.
Hello.
Hello
What is
everyone.
thing? Hello everyone. Ladies and gentlemen.
We are from group 3. Group 3. We will talk about the process in making our popular the most popular product
The butter
that has best selling that sold for about
butter melted. The butter is melted. So the ingredient is melted butter.
The butter is melted. Melt the butter.
Melted. No. I mean the ingredient we must say is melted butter.
Okay.
Yes, melted butter.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
This month.
Swati, may I interrupt for a minute?
Yes.
You need to remember that the presentation is a formal presentation and not just explaining steps to do something.
Okay.
If you are talking about
Formal.
If you're talking about, are you making like brownies or something?
Yes.
Yes, okay, so you need to talk about not how to make the brownies, but actually how to, for example, how to market the brownies or how to
Oh,
what you are planning for the brownies, how to sell the brownies or so. Okay. So it's a full
all like that.
Okay.
so not just
Okay, Miss.
the brownies. You can talk about
Okay.
the ingredients because you are also explaining to, for example, the investor that you want to use melted butter instead of melted um, margarine, for example, because melted butter is much more delicious and so on. It's fine, no problem.
Okay, Miss. I understand. So the first one, oh, berarti there is change about the section we presentation, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
My name.
If
Okay.
this is also okay.
Okay. I will repeat again.
Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to my presentation. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for coming here today. Let me introduce our team. My name is Putri Paramita, and there is in my team there is Mr. Munandar Priyo Sudarmo. Okay, there in my team there are Munandar Priyo Sudarmo and Mr. Wahyu Kamal Setiawan. Is it right? Okay.
It's correct.
I'm delighted to be here today to tell you about Indonesian food.
Name.
This presentation langsung this presentation especially nasi goreng suka-suka saya.
Yes.
Okay. I'm delighted to be here today to tell you about Indonesian food, especially nasi goreng suka-suka. Okay.
Yes.
Suka-suka.
Cost, profit, and then
This presentation will take about 15 minutes.
the sales prediction.
10 minutes? Is it enough? Or 5 minutes?
The sales prediction.
5 minutes is enough.
5 minutes, okay.
Prediction.
This presentation will take about 5 minutes.
Sales prediction, profit prediction,
5 minutes.
and the operate.
There will be a question and answer session after our presentation. Just if you have question, just leave them until the end of the presentation.
Terus yang
Is
ketiga
it?
kita jual kemana?
Should I check the critic?
We sell it. We no, maksudnya kita menembak market siapa? Jual kemana? Yang section ketiga.
Who's the explain the main project?
Market target.
Mr. Priyo.
It means
Mr. Priyo.
You will explain the main project.
Okay.
Kok tambah?
So let me
Okay.
begin or
Penjelasan
how
kedua
to
cost of goods.
so let me begin.
So ambil sen
The pronunciation is begin.
karena target market kita
Yes.
kita jual.
So let me
ukuran
begin this
kecil.
with a question.
Kita
How many of
nanti
you
kita
have
jelaskan
tried
di
all
paragraf
Indonesian
yang
food,
itu ya.
especially nasi goreng?
Market produk ya.
I bet none of you have ever done that because our country has a wide variety of cuisines.
Small
Said that Indonesian has around 5.
Terus
Wow.
produk.
No. As we know, we Indonesian really have
Kita asumsikan 3.500. Kita jualnya 4.000.
So how to explain it?
I'm sorry.
Oh my God, 1 minute.
Cost of
Mr. Kamal, maybe you can
sold itu 3.500, kita jual 5.000.
The last session.
We have profit 1,500.
What is that?
Per
I mean,
each.
where is
Apa?
the
Per
last
each.
session? Section, which one? Some famous Indonesian?
Yes, you can say that.
You can
Mate kon
make
Mbak, iki
a
gurung tak
sentence.
catet iki apa iki?
So let me begin. Oh my God, the time.
Let me. No, because this
Terus habis
this
itu
first
I will
part,
type it.
if you compare with
ini Mbak. Aduh mate
the
kon gurung siap.
how to say that, with the
That's
mistake
the end of my
explanation, in conclusion,
iki ya.
in the last part we need to conclude, right?
That's
Conclude,
the
and
end of
then
our
ask the
presentation. Terus I have the
listener about
information
the question,
presented
something
today
like
can
that.
be useful.
Welcome back, Mr. Agung, Miss Iza. You are so
Welcome back,
quick, by
Miss.
the way. The others are still discussing their ideas.
Yeah, the time is really quick,
Mm.
and we don't have time to make a presentation. I think we just sort out what our topic to discuss.
Miss, it's too short. Short time.
Miss, we need
We're not
a lot of
ready.
time.
Sorry,
Please,
we're not ready. Yeah.
We're not ready yet.
it's too short.
Can we have more time? It's okay, you have 6 more minutes to do it.
Okay.
Minutes to your discussion time. Okay. Feel free. Go ahead.
Question, how many of you
Okay.
have actually tried all Indonesian foods, especially nasi goreng? Especially nasi goreng.
What,
Ini
Mr.
nasi
Tio, Mr.
goreng.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Bivin,
Okay, Miss Tati, yes.
Yes, Mr.
Trying
T,
to
go
listen
on.
to your discussion earlier, and I was thinking that probably you are going to present nasi goreng.
Yes.
Yeah.
yes, our nasi goreng suka-suka, the name of the food.
What is the project actually? Are you going to sell nasi goreng? Are you going to do research about nasi goreng, or?
No,
Just to
we promote
a new
a new product.
a new menu in
So
the
you are going
restaurant.
present how to promote this
Dari
new product,
bagian
right?
ini kali ya.
Yes.
It's not about discussing the
Cost,
ingredients only, right?
no.
For attending.
Is your presentation only about presenting the ingredients of nasi goreng?
The crucial.
Wait,
Yes, the ingredient and also the difference between our nasi goreng with another.
sebentar ya. You can
You are
break.
trying to pitch your new idea to investor, something like that.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Yes, also to the customer.
This presentation.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Miss Tati.
Presentation down into 3 sections.
Miss Isa, you're still there?
Semakin in 2 weeks.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope this time everything is done. So we are going to try and do our presentation. And this time I'm going to ask the others to rate your colleague's presentation. We're just going to rate the presentation. If you take a look at the chat box, if the presentation is very good, just give the heart emoji. If the presentation is good, means not as good as very good, but very acceptable. You can use the thumb up. If it still needs much improvement, then please give claps so it will bring their spirit up. Okay? You're going to start with group 1, Mr. Priyo, Ms. Puput, and Mr. Wan.
Good afternoon, all. Welcome to our presentation. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for coming here today. Let me introduce our team. My name is Putri Paramita. There are Mr. Munandar and Mr. Kamal. I'm delighted to be here today to tell you about a new menu in our restaurant. This presentation will take about 5 minutes. First, the main project will present by Mr. Munandar.
So let me begin this. With a question. How many of you have ever tried all Indonesian food, especially nasi goreng? Well, we will tell you about our new menu in this restaurant called Nasi Goreng Suka-Suka. So our menu has made based on customer request. We just provide all the ingredients like the rice, the vegetables, the toppings, the beef, and also another condiment. So if there are orders from the customers, we can make at the times. So it's make the differences between our menu with another nasi goreng. And we promote our new menu from in the social media like Instagram, because as we know that Instagram has many user, so we can take a more users to interest with our new menu. So next.
So in conclusion, we try to provide the freedom for customer to create their own menu of nasi goreng. So I hope this information very useful for you. So that's the end of our presentation. Don't hesitate to ask us about any information about the nasi goreng suka-suka. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Puput, Mr. Priya, and Mr. Wahyu. Everyone, please put your emoji. What do you think of their presentation? Is it very good, good, or need improvement? Oh, Mr. Agung gave a heart emoji. Miss Wati, Miss Yenny, Miss Lisa, Mr. Bagus, Miss Iza. Okay. Good from Miss Lisa. A heart emoji from Miss Iza. Miss Yenny, Miss Wati, Mr. Bagus. What's your vote?
Good, Miss.
A heart emoji, very good. A thumb up is good. Or claps if they need more improvement. You can check in the chat box the emojis that you need to use. So, Mr. Bagus, Miss Yenny, Miss Wati, your vote for Miss Puput, Mr. Priya, and Mr. Wahyu? Jing Jing, they have a hard time deciding their rating. Okay, we have somebody in the, okay, Miss Wati is using the chat box. Good. Mr. Bagus, Miss Yenny, what do you think of that team's presentation? Oh, Miss Yenny is, Miss Yenny, you can give it to in the chat box, so you don't have to give a thumb to Miss Wati's comment. Mr. Bagus, what do you think? I think the full thing itself takes more time than the presentation. Mr. Bagus, what do you think? Is it a heart, a thumb, or a clap? A thumb up. Okay, there you go. So most of you think that the presentation is good. One thing that, okay, one thing that I would like to comment in your presentation, between the three of you, the tempo set differently. So Miss Puput was, I wouldn't say slow, but it was a normal speaking tempo. And then when it came to Mr. Priya, it went a bit too fast. Suddenly, it went to the normal tempo again with Mr. Wahyu. So probably if you have a team presentation like this, you also need to consider the tempo of each person. So you can, the presentation itself will run better or more smooth or smoother. Because Miss Puput, hello everyone. We would like to present our presentation today, blah, 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 blah. And then suddenly Mr. Priyo goes like, our nasi goreng suka-suka is going to, and then Mr. Wahyu took it slow again. So it was a bit like, we are on a roller coaster. Okay. But overall, I think you did well. You will use the expressions well. I could hear I don't hear any mispronunciation of the words. So congratulations. I would give my vote as a heart also. Congratulations. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. T.
Thank you, Miss.
Let's go
Thank you, Miss.
Hello, Miss. Do you hear my voice?
I think the connection of Miss Isa is very terrible.
Miss Ida, you have a connection problem at the moment, so I'm going to skip to group 3 first. Oh, Miss Isa is a backup plan. That's what.
I will join with my phone.
Okay, got it.
I will join with
Go ahead, Miss Isa.
Okay, Miss, I will start. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our presentation. I'm Lisa and my partner Agung and about into project. Please hold off your question until the end of the presentation. Let's start with Mr. Agung.
Okay, so let's start with the first part. So to clear everyone's mind about what is digitalizing document certification, document certificate, digitalizing certificate documentation is make an electronic certificate graduation that can share easily online to everyone, but the originality of the document is top of priorities because we can see what time the document is signed and who is signed the document and what time the document was updated. So when the document is being changed, we can see the digitalized certificate about the document that is it false or true, and about the process that we make so far. Right now, we are already finished with generating the document, and then the next part is to digitalize signing the document. And so in conclusion, everything is on the schedule and we will ready to digital signing the document in the week. That's the end of presentation. I hope everyone will informed about the information presented today. If anyone has the question, I will answer the question. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Isa and Mr. Agung. Others, please give your rating to their presentation. Is it heart, thumb up, or a clap? Okay, a heart from Miss Puput and Miss Lisa. Miss Yeni, Mr. Bagus, Miss Wati, Mr. Priyo, Mr. Wahyu. Okay, Miss Yeni and Miss Wati, thumb up. Mr. Priyo, Mr. Wahyu. Thumb up also from, okay, a heart from Mr. Wahyu. Got it. Okay, there you go. So I think it's a tie between a thumb up and a heart emoji. Some comments from me. So Mr. Agung, you are talking about original digital certificate, right? Instead of using, we can know if the certificate is false or true. You can actually use the word, we will know that if the certificate is falsified. So you can use that word, falsified or original. Falsified or original. For Miss Isa, I heard good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this is the deal. When you talk ladies and gentlemen, men is one, M-A-N. If it's the M-E-N that we are using, ladies and gentlemen. So it's man and men. Okay, gentlemen, more than one. Mr. Agung, Mr. Bagus, Mr. Wahyu, Mr. Priyo are gentlemen. Mr. Agung is a gentleman. That's the difference, the pronunciation difference. But overall, I would also give a thumb up for your presentation. Well done. Thank you. Unfortunately, Miss Isa, your connection is not too good, but you had a backup plan, so that was excellent. Thank you so much. The next group is Miss Lisa.
Okay, Miss. Hello, everyone. We are group 3. I'm Wati and my partner is Melissa. Miss Lisa. We are presented from Lisa Tea Bakery. We talk about our product. We can break this presentation down into 3 sections. First, I explain about what kind of muffin we sell. Second, we explain about the prediction profit. Lastly, we'll explain you about target market and promotion. The first one, we sell a lot of bakery like marmer cake, muffin, pancake, and other. The most popular product that most sold in this month, which is bercanda muffin, it has 3 kind of muffin. The first one is chocolate, cheese, and carrot muffin. And then the second one, the prediction profit and the target market and promotion will explained by Miss Lisa.
Okay, next, I will explain about the cost and how we promote our product. So the cost of production for each muffin is 3,500, and we sell it at 5,000 rupees. So the profit prediction is 1,500 for each. And our target market is student, young women, or college student who like to mobile. So we have a plan to make it in a smaller size. We will promote it by Instagram or other social media platform like WhatsApp or maybe TikTok. And we have a plan for the marketing. We sell it by with the concept buy 5 get 6 in our first week opening. So that is about our product. In conclusion, we will make the product that sell well to student or young women by emphasizing the taste and of course the low price. And I hope you all are interested in investing in our business. If you have any question, I will be happy to answer them. So that's the end of our presentation.
Okay, thank you, Miss Wati and Miss Lisa. Others, your vote, please. Hey, I just realized that Mr. Prio's vote earlier was sent to me directly, so none of you could see it except me. Mr. Prio, to everyone in the chat box. Okay, a heart from Mr. Wahyu. Mr. Wahyu gives a heart to everybody. Mr. Bagus, okay, a thumb. Okay. I'm not sure, a green heart, does it mean that you are jealous or what? Okay. Mr. Agung, Miss Iza, Miss Yeni. Miss Puput, have you put your vote in?
Already, Miss Tati.
Really? Oh, Mr. Bagus. Oh, yeah. Okay. Done, done, done. Okay, there you go. So, Miss Wati and Miss Lisa, I would like to give some comments if you would like to hear that. Okay, so first of all, Miss Wati, you did exactly what I was afraid somebody would do. You said presentate. We would like to presentate. We would like to present. Remember, we would like to present. Okay, so not presentate. And then you also said, I'm Wati, instead of saying your full name. So I was like, Miss Wati is doing exactly what I told her not to do. Okay. Also, the pronunciation of chocolate. If I'm not mistaken, you said, okay, so in Indonesian, it's chocolate. It's exactly like that in English. Chocolate. Okay, chocolate. You say chocolate. There you go. Got it. For Miss Lisa, I have no complaint other than that you didn't mention about the questioning rules, the rules to ask questions. I didn't hear that part being talked about. So if I wanted to interrupt your presentation earlier, I could have done it because you didn't actually said that we will have a Q&A session at the end of this presentation. So thank you so much, Miss Lisa and Miss Wati. I would give a thumb up also because despite all the things done by Miss Wati, I think they both did a fluent presentation. So I would give a thumb up. There you go. The last group, I'm so sorry, by the way, this session is going over time. I'm terribly sorry, but we need to finish with Miss Yenny and Mr. Bagus. So go ahead, Mr. Bagus and Miss Yenny.
Okay, Miss. I'll start. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for attending. I'm Bagus and Miss Yenny want to give presentation about leadership training to technical skill development workshop. They provide a variety of opportunities for our employees to learn and develop in their roles. We also offer ongoing coaching and mentoring to help our staff reach their full potential and achieve their career goals. Investing in the professional development of our employees not only benefits individuals but also increase job satisfaction, productivity, and employee retention. By creating a culture of continuous learning and development, we build a workforce that has the capabilities to advance our business. And then Ms. Yanni continue.
That's the end of my presentation. In inclusion in investment in human resource development is an important component in organization success, and it is important for you to prioritize together. If you have questions, we will be happy to answer them. We can discuss them here. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Bagus and Miss Yenny. Others, your vote. A thumb up from Miss Isa. A clap from Miss Puput. Thumb up from Miss Wati. Okay, another thumb up from Miss Lisa. A thumb up also from Mr. Agu. Mr. Rio. Still a heart from Mr. Wahyu. I'm not sure if Mr. Wahyu is too nice or if he is just too lazy to click another emoji. Okay. So, Mr. Bagus and Miss Yenny, Mr. Bagus, you started the presentation well. However, again, as I've mentioned to Miss Wati, it's better if you present something, you mention your full name instead of just I'm Bagus. It makes you sound more professional. I'm Bagus Lastriano. Just say it like that, okay? So it is better to mention your full name. Also, I didn't hear about the rules of asking questions and the outlines of the presentation. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Bagus, did you mention the outline of the presentation? I didn't hear it though. No, right? You just straightforward you just went to the presentation itself? Yep. Yes, Mr. Bagus, is that so?
It's missing.
It seems so, okay. As for Miss Yenny's part was so short, I was not sure She was only doing the closing part. However, from what we have, from what we heard, Miss Yenny, some pronunciation of the words need to be clear. So, for example, I would like to answer all your questions. It needs to be clear instead of could you please do the last bit again, Miss Yenny? Asking the questions.
If you have question,
Go on, continue. If you have questions.
if you have question, it be happy to answer them. We can discuss them here.
So remember, when you have I and apostrophe D, it's I'd be happy. But then again, you are doing this presentation as a team, so you can always use we'd be happy to answer them. Okay, we'd be happy to answer. Miss Yenny, I know it's hard to pronounce some words, but you can do it. Just keep practicing. Remember, your tongue is a muscle. Sama kalau kita mau melatih badan, harus nge-gym. This is your English gym for your tongue. Okay. So keep on going, Miss Yenny. You can do it. Okay. For the effort, I would give a thumb up for the effort because earlier when I came to Miss Yenny and Mr. Bagus's discussion, they had a hard time. Gimana sih? So thank you so much for presenting us this
Campur-campur, Miss.
Okay, keep on going. Okay. So there you go. Some things that we can underline from this topic is that, first of all, I don't know how to say this, but sometimes our presentation is lacking formality. And that's what exactly we are learning at the moment. So giving formality to our presentation to make us look more professional somehow. Okay. Now, I'm so sorry that I extended the session for over 10 minutes. So do you have any questions before we end the session? Yes, Miss Lisa, the question. Oh, Miss Wati, okay.
What is melody? Melody.
Pardon?
I think you said melody. What is?
Melody?
What it is? Melody.
Formality.
Formality.
Ah.
So I thought melody. I was confused myself. Melody. I was sure I didn't say it. Formality. Okay. So
formality. I'm sorry, Miss.
No problem. No problem. Okay. So we are trying to do a more formal presentation than what we did earlier with our video assignment at that time. You also did a presentation, but this one is more formal. So there you go. Any more questions, perhaps? No? Okay, I'm going to end.
Teti, I'm
Yes.
Indonesia.
Okay, go ahead.
Kalau presentasi itu harus menyebutkan nama asli gitu. Tidak boleh nama panggilan aja.
Untuk melakukan presentasi formal, Miss Yeni, sebaiknya kita menggunakan nama lengkap kita karena akan terdengar lebih profesional, akan terdengar lebih formal daripada kita hanya menyebutkan nama panggilan. Atau kalau memang mau menyebutkan nama panggilan seperti saya, T&Th Siregar, tetap nama depan dan nama belakang. Jadi tidak hanya satu nama saja. My full name is not T&Th Siregar, of course. My full name is Rosinta Nauli Siregar, but I would introduce myself as T&Th Siregar when I do a presentation. Jadi
apakah perlu menyebutkan instansinya juga? No.
Jika memang berkaitan dengan instansi, sebaiknya iya. Tapi karena tadi tidak ada sebagian dari tim yang tidak berkaitan dengan instansi, just like Miss Puput, Mr. Priya, and Mr. Wahyu, so it doesn't matter if you don't present your institution, instansi, your institution. Okay, there you go. Thank you for the question, Miss Yeni.
Thank you, Miss Berta.
Anything else? Mungkin ada yang lain? No? Okay, I'm going to end this session. I'm so sorry. We extended until 12 minutes. So have a good day, everybody. Have a great evening ahead. Thank you so much for joining today's session, and thank you for presenting your ideas or doing your presentation. Goodbye, everyone. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank